Hi guys, Pat the Plumber here, and in this video we're going to go through a walkthrough on frost-free wall hydrants. Everything from a complete replacement to explaining the function of each part and even some preventative maintenance. So let's get started. First things first, what is a frost-free wall hydrant? Also known as a frost-free hose bib or lawn service. It's basically a valve which controls and delivers water to the exterior of the residence and most commonly has a garden hose attached. The reason that they are called frost-free is that they are designed to be installed in areas that experience freezing temperatures. They use a long stem attached to the handle that shuts off the water at the inside or warm side of the building, allowing the water inside the valve to drain out so it doesn't freeze and possibly split the valve. Here's an example of what the long stem looks like inside the body of the valve. The final part of the valve is the vacuum breaker. This is the round device on the top of the valve body, and its purpose is to stop any water from the discharge side to come back and contaminate your potable water. It is a serviceable part and can be repaired if leaking. To properly winterize a wall hydrant that isn't frost-free, you disconnect the garden hose, shut off the water supply on the inside of the building, and open the exterior valve completely. Next is determining what specs you'll require for the valve. They come in different lengths and should be installed so that the shutoff is well within the warm zone of the building. Then determine what type of piping you'll be connecting to. You can purchase valves that have copper sweat, PEX, or push-fit connections already installed in the valve, or you can purchase a 1/2-inch male threaded valve as seen here, then purchase an adapter separately. I'll be using PEX on this install, but if you don't have crimpers or a soldering kit, you can use push-fit connections such as shark bites. First step for the replacement is shutting off the water. Luckily I have a separate shut off just for the wall hydrant, but if you don't, shut off the main water supply to the home. Unscrew the old valve from the wall and open it fully to ensure the water is off. With the water now off, the water line can be cut and the old valve can be simply removed. So you can see the hole is too small to pull the valve out this way, so instead of fighting with it on the inside, I think I have a better idea. I'm using a 1 1/4-inch drill bit to accommodate the new valve. Now to prep for the new valve. I'll be using PEX for my install, so I'll be connecting a 1/2-inch PEX by 1/2-inch FIP adapter using potable water approved pipe dough. Fill any large gaps with an exterior silicone and secure with exterior screws. Once the install is complete, I'll go back and apply some finishing silicone. It is very important to make sure that the wall hydrant is sloped towards the ground when securing, so that the water drains out properly. So guys, if you're wondering why I left so much PEX to reach inside the house here, is I wanted to show you something. I'm going to put in a service loop, or just to show you, as what this loop is here and up in the joist space. So a lot of the guys in new construction will put these in, especially if they know the ceiling is going to be finished, because then you won't have access to it afterwards. So they'll put in a coupling here or 90, whatever they need to make the connection work. But by having this service loop, you're able to disconnect the hose bib. If it's ever faulty, you can disconnect the hose bib on the outside, unscrew it from the wall, pull it out, cut it, put a new one back in, throw it back in, just because you have the extra flexibility in the piping with this loop here. This is in a mechanical room that I'm never going to finish the ceiling. It's always going to have access to it, so I'm going to go straight across here. I'm going to tack it up high so we have that slope coming down, make sure the hose bib has the right slope, and I'm actually going to use PEX ring cutters just so I don't have an extra connection. If you have a coupling, that's no problem, but since I have the tools anyway, I'll cut the ring off, crimp it, and it's one less connection. Before finishing the silicone on the outside, turn the water back on, check for leaks at all the connections, and check to see if the wall hydrant works properly. It is easier to apply the finished silicone if the vacuum breaker is temporarily removed. I ended up deciding to install a hose reel as well. Well guys, winter's in full swing, so I made sure I shut off my valve, disconnected my hoses, including the nozzle, to let it completely drain, and now I'll be good to go to recommission this in the spring. And if this video helped you out, liking, commenting, subscribing is always greatly appreciated. Till next time.